This week's activity, I'm going to show you how to make a sun catcher. What you need is a bendable plastic lid. I have a sour cream lid right here and it bends really well. You can also use a mason jar lid with the center that pops out. Those also do work well, but the directions in the Tuscola County Advertiser calls for a bendable plastic lid, so that is what I'm going to show you today. So I have my bendable plastic lid. You need school glue. White or clear works fine. You could probably use glitter. I have never used glitter, but anything that really kind of dries clearish should work well for the sun to come through. Food coloring, the liquid or the gel works. Today I have yellow and pink. I have kind of lighter colors just because then the sun shines through them a little bit better. And these two colors mixed together come up with a really pretty orange. A toothpick to swirl the colors, a hole punch so you can punch a hole in the top after it's dried, and some string so you can hang it up. So what we do first is we're going to take the lid and we're going to put some glue in it. We want the glue to be a nice even layer. I am going to take the lid off because it's a lot easier to get the glue out because you need quite a bit of it. So I'm just going to squeeze some on there. And then to get the glue around it evenly, I'm just gonna kind of tilt my lid back and forth to try to get it all around there. If you have to add more glue, add more glue. It's better to have to add some than to try to take some away. So I have it all around the edges, and now I'm just gonna kind of shake it a bit to make sure it's nice and even, and this also helps to bring some of the bubbles out of it. All right, that looks pretty even to me. So now I'm going to add the food coloring. We want to be really careful when we add the food coloring because we don't want to add too much. If we add too much, all of the colors will mix together quite a bit and the sun won't be able to shine through very well. This is an example of that. That's one that I made. You can still see the sun shining through on these green parts here, but where this dark area is, no sun will shine through. It's still going to be pretty hanging up, but all right, so now I'm going to add the food coloring, and I'm just going to add a few drops of each color. So in goes my yellow, and then my pink, and then I'm just going to swirl it around. And then I'll show you what it looks like, and that orange color that comes from it mixing is really pretty. Right. Now I might have even overmixed this one a little bit because when the glue dries, the color does start to kind of bleed a little bit. So you have to be really careful about that. But here you go. There is my mixture. You can see that pretty orange color in there. Here we go. All right, now I'm just going to set this aside. It does take 3 to 4 days for it to dry. You will notice it's starting to dry because the edges of it will start curling up kind of out of the lid, all right? So I am gonna set that aside and I am gonna take this one to show you how to do the rest. So I don't know if you can notice, but it is actually quite thin. This was a really thick layer of glue, so as it dries, it does compress down, and I can use a hole punch to punch a hole in it. So I'm gonna punch a hole in it. Actually, I'm going to punch a hole in this dark area. There we go. So I got a hole punched in it. Then I'm going to tie the string. Oh. I got quite a bit of string, so maybe I can make a nice bow. Let's see. Then I'll have to trim that piece off later, but there we go. And then I have a nice sun catcher. All right, thank you guys for watching. I just want to let you know that we did have a fall programming meeting, and we are trying to come up with good ideas of things to do so we can keep you guys entertained and have stuff to do at home. Thank you for watching.